Right then, on this episode, I fixed some oil leaks on the transfer box of the Land Rover. I've just done a few clips as and when. It's not a how-to video or anything, just showing what I've done. I haven't shown the removing and refitting of the transfer box because it was something that was quite a bit of a struggle with it. But yeah, it's the Land Rover now, looking good. Hopefully leak-free for a long time now. Enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Right then, we've got the transfer box out of the Land Rover. So we've had some oil leaks from it. It's just getting a bit bad, so I've popped out these seals ready to replace. Got a bit of scoring in there. I have filed the edge round to make that smooth. I don't know if it's just worth me trying to send them back a bit in there. Obviously it's not from me because I just pop them out with a screwdriver. There's an O-ring in here I'm thinking of changing. It's in the immediate shaft. There's a new kit there. Comes with a new bolt for the other side as well. I'm just going to video what I can. We've got the nice Corteco seals to go back in it. So it's just leaking a bit out of here, and out the back one we'll replace, but I think it was this stud leaking. I've just refitted it with RCVs. Hopefully it'll be alright. It might be worth taking this one out and sealing it as well. I've just tapped that one in with the seal driver. I think I got it in there nice and even, so I've just gone just past flush with it, but hopefully that'll be good. See the bearing and seals already come greased already from the factory. So these output seal ones, I think you put them into the bottom out in there. Should be nice and easy. I usually find the hub socket's good for that one. Just slides in over. Just tap it in nice and evenly. Right, I've got that one in. The flange to go back on, but I see one of the bolts there is stripped, and the other two are completely missing. So I need to try and press off this heat shield. Hopefully it won't be much because my press is out of action at the moment because I blew the seals out of it. So that was really easy to come off, just leaving it side by side, and then just pop right up. So we'll get those bolts replaced with the new ones, and then we'll try and tap this ring back on there, because this is just like a mud shield to protect the seal. Sometimes you have them on the transfer boxes, sometimes you don't, but I think originally they would have all had one on there. Right, I've got the new bolts in there. I think there might have been the wrong bolts in there before, because now with these, the lock's in place, so you shouldn't have to put a spanner on them to do them up now. So we've got the new nuts as well. Just put them in baby bottles to keep everything organised. So you get that flange on now. It is you need to put RCV on the threads, and also I think somewhere I've got these fibre washers that go on as well. Put some RCV and just cover it all in RCV, because the oil can come out of the splines there otherwise. Right, so I've got this back on now. Went together well. Obviously nuts been tightened to spec. Obviously got nice new bolts there that don't twist, so it should be nice to doing them up. So obviously that's above the cross member on the 200 TDIs, so it's a bit harder to get to. I think I'm going to change this O-ring in here while I'm in here, because they're not convinced it was leaking from there, but it looks like there's a bit of RCV around there. So whip the intermediate shaft out, or just tap it forwards and we'll see how it goes. Right, so I slackened off that nut and I've just turned it over because I just gave it a few taps to push it through. See there, the O-ring does appear to be damaged, but it looks like it's just been gooped up with RCV as well. So I'll probably get a new one on there, but I will probably put a wipe of RCV on it as well, just for peace of mind. I've just got to get it all cleaned up now. So that is the new O-ring on. So normally you'd want to grease it to put it in there, but as it had RCV on it before, just want to put a smear of RCV on it. So I don't know if there's any play. Don't know, because these hollow out, and obviously that's what causes them to leak. You can get a steel bush to go in, but I don't think it's leaking there anyway, so let's go wipe a bit of RCV on it and we'll get that back on. So to do the nut, you just torque it up. So you take the play out of it. Obviously if you've put new bearings in it, you have to give it a bit of preload. Well, that was actually really easy. I was just nipping it up with the gun, so all the play's gone. There's no forwards and backwards play on that at all. Obviously I was rocking it whilst I had the gun on it, so it turns nice and smoothly in there. There's just no forwards and backwards play now, which is ideal. Looks like it's going to be in a different spot to stake the nut as well. So we go. So you can see there, nice bodge of the RCV. I'll probably just give that a quick wipe over with my finger. Right, on to the same with the back one now. Obviously, I can't really film doing that. Right, so that's off. Yeah, so they've used black RCV on there, which is probably what I should have done. You can just see the fibre washer there. So I think the early ones, they just had the fibre on. So this is out of a 110, this one, it's a 1:4 ratio. But yeah, all looks good. Just give it a quick clean up. You need to tap off this ring as well very carefully. So I've broken the housing before doing one of these. That's the ring off. This one actually come off really easily. So I think on the other, well, my other transfer box, it was just glued on there. It just come out with a punch, a couple of taps, and it was on the floor. Let's just get this cleaned up now and remove the old seal. Well, that come off really well. So how I like to get the seals off, you just put a screwdriver in like that and just pull it towards you, sort of thing. Went like that and just pop. But looking at this side though, looks like the same as on the other output. There's just a bit of damage there. So we'll just go in and file that so it's smooth. But yeah, no, it's feeling really good. Well, I got all that back together, really straightforward. That just tapped back on. Also just cleaned the dirt off of it. Again, put the RCV in there, but also where the flange meets the seal, I did just wipe a bit of grease on it, just a peace of mind really. So I'm going to buzz the nut back on there now and torque it to spec. Right, so I just cleaned up this plate. Just need to run a bead of RCV around. I'm still not keen on doing it this way, but obviously everything's RCV now, and that's what it had on it before. I don't think it was leaking from here before, so I'll get that spread round. Hopefully I've got enough left in the tube. Right, I've got all them nipped up. Unfortunately I forgot to clean out the threads on that one and that one, so a bit of brake cleaners come back up through, but I'm sure there's enough on there. So I've just nipped them up, and then probably go in and have a cup of tea or something, and then I'll come back, I can tighten it up a bit more then, just because I found in the past if you just squeeze stuff right down, you can't get leaks because it just pushes it all the RCV out. But I had a nice bead all the way around it, so hopefully it'll be good to go. It's a nice even spread coming out all round, so should be good to go. Well, I've got these three N10 bolts. I'm going to cut their heads off and cut slits in and put into the gearbox on there because it's supposed to help as a guide pin. So I've also made up a metal bracket for the jack. Say I should have used thicker metal really, but I just used what scrap I had because it warps quite a bit welding it. But hopefully with them, with that, it should just pop right in there because that was so easy taking out the transfer box with a gearbox mount. So it's as simple as cutting off the head and then cutting a slit in the top so you can fit a flathead screwdriver in there. These are 180 mil coach bolts that are bolts. Obviously you just need to make sure that they're longer than the output shaft on the back of the gearbox. So it just helps so you can fit the transfer box so you don't damage the new seal we've just put on. So hopefully that'll work. There we go, those three are in place, but obviously you still need the weight of the transfer box taken off of the jack to do that. It is really just to help you slide it all back and so you don't damage the seal on the splines. Just ignore all my breathers and wires and things. Right, so I've left that to sit. The RCV is now tacky, so I did tighten them all down, and then I removed the four middle ones, bolted the plate on. I did have to make the bolt holes a bit bigger, but it's on there. But obviously it's very rough because I used a bit of thin metal. Oh, not as fit as I used to be. Well, that's the jack mount on there. It's nice and stable on there. So I'm not going to film actually fitting it. But obviously the next clip should be, hopefully it'll be in the car if all goes well. Well, that's the transfer box bolted back in. Of course I've got the handbrake to go on and the cables and the prop shafts and obviously all the linkages. Not going to lie and say that was easy. That was an absolute nightmare to get in. I think it's just purely just doing it on your own because obviously I had it on the jack. I also put in 3 bolts to side it on, but I just couldn't get anything to line up at all. Obviously in the end it did eventually go in there. Just got to hope I didn't damage the input seal of the transfer box, but I'm sure it'd be alright. So next thing to go in is the handbrake. So I've got an upgraded disc brake one a long time ago, not long after I got the Land Rover, because I always used to have it. The other drum brake used to stick on all the time, so we just went for a disc brake conversion. Well, I'm getting somewhere. Been messing about with the linkages and that. Got the handbrake on, so got both prop shafts popped up, so everything's feeling very much like hard work at the moment. Mostly because I'm getting on a bit. So I thought a nice easy way to fill the oil there. Just cut the bottom off of the squeezy bottle, and then I just keep topping it up. So I'm just putting the old back in it for now. This is not very old. But yeah, so hopefully the Land Rover is going to be back on the road then. Right, well it's all back together. Just going for a test drive now. It seems to work, just going forwards and backwards on the driveway. see how many years now. Still have to take it out next time. Well, hopefully it'll be years. So it's about 3.5 years since I last had the gearbox and transfer box out. So it shouldn't be too bad. Right, we're at a dog walking spot. Just have a quick look underneath. Fingers crossed for no new leaks. That's where it was pouring out, right up in there. I'm not seeing anything. Fingers crossed it's done it. It was also pouring out of, oh, not the gearbox mount. It was pouring out of there as well, but so it was the main leak was up in there. So I did change, I think it might have been one of the studs leaking the main leak, but I did change the O-ring as you saw anyway. But yeah, no, fingers crossed, I've sorted that out. Just check the rear one. Yeah, no leaks there yet. So fingers crossed, that's all good. See all the oil there where it has been leaking. Oh, I left me bungee under it, look. Anyway, thanks for watching. We've got some Beetle and Volvo content come in, plus another service of the Golf.